Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike with Formworn here to help you guys get your first engineering job. Today we're here with Nikhil. He got into Ward Engineering his first year in college. Let's get into it.
Forward for over 4 months
Part
now.
of the Formal Win community for a couple months now.
I just got my first internship.
Just landed my first internship.
Biggest thing I want you guys to do is take one thing away from today and make sure you implement it, change your life.
100% directly resulted in me getting an internship offer.
I'm Nikhil. I'm from Elk Grove, California. It's like 15 minutes away from Sacramento, if you guys know where that is. I go to Casumas River College. It's a community college. I'm in my first year. I'm studying electrical engineering. Yeah, I'm 19. That's pretty much all about me.
Awesome, man. I love it. Like your story is very inspirational because you don't go to like a big, giant, crazy 4 year crazy college, right? But still, man, like the thing I like about you, and like when you first started with us, is that you have heart and you're energetic about wanting to be the best that you can be, right? And that's obviously what we're about at Formula One. And fortunately, you kind of defied possible because I'm sure everybody that you talked to said, no, you can't get an internship your freshman year. No, you can't do it. And hey, here we are. And we're just starting the journey too, guys, right? Like for this video context, he's part of our whole year program and he's just getting started. We got him one position. He's going to talk exactly about that, but then we're going to set up the framing for the rest of his career as well. It's not only about getting the first position, it's about getting the next one. And then all of this builds into our full career, which I always like to say, treat our career like a business. And if we do that, he's adding different elements to his business. And it's just incredible, man. So why don't you tell the people how you found this position, as well as kind of what you're doing, a little bit about that, and get into it.
Yeah, so I found this position. It was actually with the help of former Win. The first instruction was to email a bunch of local companies. So first thing I did was make a doc of a bunch of email or a bunch of local companies, sent out a bunch of cold emails about, just who I am, what school I go to, what I'm majoring in, and pretty much just asked like if they had any work experience or an internship. And the one company that did reply to me was Ward Engineering. So they replied to me. We got in contact with their information, and the onboarding process was maybe like a month or two of just learning how to use CAD and all that, all the technical stuff, and just learning how the company operates. But then, yeah, after that, we're finally starting to get into where I can start getting paid with it. And I'm going to get my own company email. I'm going to be doing specifically plot plans for the company. Yeah, so it took a little bit, but yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no, and that's the name of the game, guys, right? Because as we're going through this, a lot of people are like, okay, you need more experience, you need this, you need that. And that's what everybody preaches, especially at, different colleges and maybe all your mentors or, again, if you're watching this video, I'm kind of talking to like the general audience as far as a lot of engineers and students and different people say, okay, you need more experience. And again, it just couldn't be further from the truth. Like we're not looking to get a senior, super specific, niche down subject matter expert on semiconductors, right? If we need that, then we probably need a lot of experience relating to that direct thing. But again, the mass majority of everybody here in the situation, especially his situation, and if you're watching this, most likely you've been told you need more experience, and it is further from the truth. And now Nikhil gets to get experience and then get paid to do it. But instead of just going with school projects that don't necessarily lead to anything, because everybody can do school projects, the barrier of entry is super low to that. And in life, when the barrier of entry is super low, that makes it not as significant per se, or maybe average, whatever you want to say. So now this is not something that everybody can do. He's in this position and he's just going to be rocking and cruising. So, I'm really proud of you, man, because, it takes grit as well. And something I want to talk about with everybody too. And I would like for you to reflect on as well your experience in Formula One as far as how we handle situations, because anybody can go cold email places, right? And that's the biggest thing, everybody. And like, if you're not, then you should. But if you are and you're not seeing results, that's the next thing, because that's what coaching truly is, where we then handle situations differently for every situation. And how we react, how we respond is going to dictate different outcomes, right? So, if you want to touch on that, great. And then if you want to also just get into anything else you loved about Formula One, right? Because, we're really just getting started. So, shoot.
Yeah, the first thing that kind of took me by surprise with Formula One is the mentality of number one, treating your career like a business and not really needing to go through all those hard classes and all that schooling to get where you want to go. Like, because usually you're taught, okay, first get through all 4 years of school. That's where most of your experience will come from. All your classes, whatever labs you're doing, get all that experience, and then start marketing yourself. But with Formula One, it was the opposite approach: is get yourself out there early, and with building your LinkedIn and all the cold emails and just treating yourself like a business and marketing yourself. So that way you can go chase those opportunities and they'll come to you earlier than versus at the end of college where you might not have a job for 6 or 7 months, something like that, just because you haven't really marketed yourself and put yourself out there.
Yeah, man, it's incredible because not a lot of people, especially engineers, go through this mentality. It's our goal with Formula One, and especially with you. And I'm so grateful that you found us because now I've kind of saved you a lot of time. And this is also by your own doing, right? For everybody's awareness, I can't teach heart. I can't teach how to make this stuff happen, right? But if you're not passionate about life, if this is not your calling, if this is not what you want to do, and you're not serious about, taking your family seriously, your job seriously, all this stuff, then like none of the stuff we're going to teach you is going to work. So if you wanted to reach out to us and you have none of that stuff, please don't, because it's just not going to work. So figure that out first. But with him specifically, now we get to kind of set up the whole future, right? Because everybody is then concerned about, okay, take your time, you have time, go through school. Maybe you guys have heard that before. I heard it before, right? Oh, don't worry about it. No big deal. You're a sophomore. You can take an extra time, take another year, go get your master's, go get more projects, go get more experience. No rush. It's like, but if we can compress the time frame from 5 years to 1 year, then it's like, okay, now you have experience. Now you can just catapult past everything, right? Then you get to start doing what you actually want to do. Again, for everybody's awareness too, I want everybody to have the choice to do what they want to do instead of being forced to do it. And unfortunately, even if you want to do it and you don't have an internship, those projects and those different things that you do at school turn into it being forced in some way, shape, or form because you're typically misinformed that that's going to help you get one of those things, which is the ultimate end goal of us going to college anyway. So if we don't have that and we're doing that and we kind of want to do the project, but maybe not, but now it's kind of like, okay, we kind of have to, quote unquote, I don't believe in that, right? But if we kind of have to, then it's just like, this doesn't add up into the life that we want to live. There's just missing elements of that. So that's what we focus on, right? And again, super grateful to have you, man. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about maybe next steps for you too. I mean, this was like a little bit of a crammed nutshell here, but what your vision is, what your future goals are, where you see yourself in the future. I mean, just tell the people a little bit more about yourself as far as that goes.
Yeah, as for where I want to go, I want to either go into, I'm really loving what AI is doing right now. So maybe some form of AI engineering. I know obviously electrical engineering is going to be around. So obviously I'm going to plan to transfer out of CC, go to a 4 year. Hopefully my dream school is UC San Diego, great school. Want to go there, get my degree. But then at the same time, still market myself and get myself out there because maybe I don't need those entire 4 years to get where I want to go. If I'm doing all the right things, marketing myself, maybe, I land that AI engineering at that big tech company somewhere, or maybe that electrical engineering somewhere before I, finish school. So that's really what where I want to go with it.
I love it, man. Awesome stuff. So let's transition a little bit into Formula One now, as far as maybe deeper into your experience, but more so talking to someone that's watching this, that's potentially interested in joining, maybe a little bit hesitant. What would you tell them? You can talk about anything inside the program, any of your, I mean, just anything you want to share, but then also just what you would share with them if they're a little bit hesitant.
Yeah, what I would share is I've been exactly in your guys' shoes where you're just starting that engineering, you're in your first year, you don't really know what's going on. And maybe your parents, maybe not my parents specifically, have just always been telling me how hard the job market is, like how bad it is. You're not gonna have a job by the time you graduate. AI is gonna take this, AI is gonna take that, or just stuff like that, right? And you're sitting there thinking, like, how am I gonna navigate all this? And that's really where Formula One comes in, where it just kind of like he said, compresses the time frame and really shows you what's possible with just maybe 6 months to a year. And this is just the start. I mean, like I still have a whole long way to go, but me now versus me 6 months ago, like I genuinely started from zero. So that's what I would tell you guys is I've been there and I understand it. And that's why I would recommend this.
I love it, man. And like you did all this too with taking crazy classes, doing some family things, right? So, for anybody that's like, okay, I don't have time to do this or I'm working, it's just like, if you don't sacrifice for what you want, then what you want becomes a sacrifice. And I'm very glad that you made the sacrifices to get to where you are now. And then if we keep doing this, man, the sky is the limit. Because guys, for everybody watching, this just is what it is. I'm happy to share this information because this is just statistically what it is. And it was like this for myself for a long time. The more consistent you are with working hard, the way that you're doing it, implementing different strategies and, getting coached, whether that's with Formula One or without it. Coaching is something for me that you should do today, tomorrow, and every single day for the rest of your life. Not a lot of people pick up on that, or maybe they try it once, they fail. This applies in all life situations, whether that's starting a business, trying to find a job, doing this, doing that, like just anything. You start once, you fail, and then you kind of get warded off of that. And then it just delays you like years, right? Where if you just keep kind of slamming, go and figure out the next thing to make it easier and just getting past it, like, and you keep doing that, you're just gonna roll past everybody. And me saying that, why I was saying like I'm okay to share this information is everybody watching this, there's only going to be a select few people that fully take that into account and keep going forward. And then that's how you're going to notice you start becoming more successful than maybe your peers. Not that that's the most important thing, but in this competitive job market, which it is, but it also isn't, especially if you have the right strategies. But if it is competitive, right, then how are you going to be competitive, right? So that's the biggest thing I want to leave you guys with. So I want to thank you for your time here, man. Can't wait to keep working with you. We're only getting started. So let's go form a win. And guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.